What's going on, guys? Jackie here.
And TAC Tactical hanging out with him.
So what we're going to do today is talk about one of the ways you can make money as a CEO. As you can see, I have quite a few cars that I've built up as a collection over time. We're going to go ahead and go upstairs and I'll show you how to start this whole thing off. It takes a minute to get upstairs.
Good to see you, boss.
So we're greeted by this fine gentleman, and it costs about $1,000 to start up as a CEO. It's actually a little bit more than that. I'm not sure.
You mean a million?
Yeah, it's $1 million to buy the place, and then I'm not sure if there's any additional cost whenever you renovate the apartment, if like there's a basic package. So you need $1 million for that, and then for what we're going to do today is vehicle cargo. To buy the cheapest warehouse, it costs 1.5, and I don't have, let me
Yeah,
see,
it's
it's over
1.5
here.
mil because that's the one I have.
It's this one right here on the eastern side of the map. It's $1.5 million. So essentially you're spending $2.5 million to start it up. Eventually over time you'll make that money back, and for me I believe it's quite worth it. It's pretty fun to play these missions, and so what you're going to want to do, let's see, let's back out here. You're going to want to click vehicle cargo, and up here on the right side you're going to see source vehicle. So you're going to go ahead and hit, and it'll give you this little pop-up. It'll say, are you sure? So yes, you want to hit confirm. It'll stand you up from the computer. If you look in the bottom left, it'll tell you what car that you're getting, and it'll tell you what range it's in. It'll also tell you the license plate, which I think is kind of cool, how each of these has their own unique license plate. As you can see, we're
So,
in the top range of this vehicle. Go ahead.
so I want to make a note here that if you're like me, I am a CEO too, but for the video purposes, I'm helping him as an assistant. All of the assistants to him get a message saying to go steal that car. So at the bottom of my screen right now, it says exit the office and steal the Roosevelt. I believe that said Roosevelt. It went away before I could actually read the car, but I know it started with an R.
Yeah, it's a Roosevelt.
So I get a picture of it on my phone too as one of his assistants, and it tells me everything it told him. Roosevelt Valor, top range, and the license plate is a Victor 4 Lincoln Ocean Robert, so Valor. So I can see all that too to help him steal it.
Oh, you're flying, by the way.
Yeah, I had my phone pulled up.
So usually, sometimes there's a little side mission, but this one looks like it's going to be pretty easy, at least to get to the car. It will come up on your map, and it'll show you exactly where the vehicle is to go steal. However, oh wow, I missed it. It's sitting right there. So this
It's
one
moving.
looks decently
No problem.
easy. Just land in front of it. Should be alright. And I'll get out. I'll go ahead and try to steal it. Looks like he's gonna sit there for me. Go ahead and jump in. Thank you. That's kind of sad. It was a old man. Anyway, gonna go ahead and drive it away. And it gives you this yellow line all the way back to your warehouse, in case you're not very sure where your warehouse is.
And I can see that too, even though I'm not in the vehicle. I stayed in the air to protect him from threats coming in to try to take it back, which does happen sometimes, as a matter of fact, more often than not. But I can still see the yellow dot where his warehouse is, and it's telling me to help deliver the Valor to the warehouse. Now, I don't get any money for doing this or helping him, by the way. It just pays me X amount of money an hour for being one of his associates, but I don't actually get money per the mission.
Wow. Okay, I don't know how I didn't get damaged there. But if you look in the bottom right, it gives you a repair cost. And what that does is when you hit other objects or other objects hit you or you get shot, it will tally up a repair cost that you'll have to pay as soon as you arrive at your warehouse. So luckily this time we're not fighting anybody off or anything, and I got lucky on that one whenever I hit that jump that I didn't get any repair cost after hitting that car.
It doesn't seem to have a cap because I've stole vehicles before and have $15,000-$16,000 in damage. So if I can sell the vehicle for $100,000, then that's all coming out of my profit. And to sell a vehicle for $100,000, you actually have to upgrade it, which costs $20,000. So out of $100,000, I was only ever going to make 80. So if I did $10,000 in damage, now I'm only going to make 70. So you don't really want to damage the vehicle if you can help it.
Right. So as we pull up here, luckily this one was very easy to take.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest high-end one I've ever seen. I always get shot at or chased by a helicopter or something annoying that makes it difficult or puts damage on the vehicle, because I have the worst luck ever.
So as you can see, I have quite a collection of cars in here. And what we'll do next is I'll show you how to sell a vehicle. You're going to want to go in here and go to your office. Sit down at the computer similar to the computer that's in your office. And I don't know why it always takes so long.
At your... You mean the one that's in your office over at your CO building?
Right.
And unfortunately, they don't interchange. You can't start delivery missions from the office building, and you can't start missions to procure the cars from this garage.
So as you can see, I have 7 cars total, ranging from standard range to mid-range to top range. And there are 2 different ways you can sell them. You can sell them individually. So if I were to click this one right here, I could click export. And then there are different ways or different levels of selling it. So if I didn't do any modifications, it would give me $25,000 provided I took no damage in the delivery, and it cost me $0 for modifications, obviously, because we're not putting anything on it. On this one, on the mid-range one, it will cost us $6,250, and we get $43,750. The last one, we invest $12,500, and then we get $62,500. So. And there's quite a bit of profit to be made there, provided that you don't acquire any damage on the way to the drop-off. But the other method is as a collection. As you can see, I have a couple cars that fit into the collection, and unfortunately my Valor did not make it into a collection, so we're going to sell that one individually. If you look, each one of these collections will give you a collection bonus added on to the value of the car when you sell them. But the collection, the lowest collection, obviously because it's a collection, it's more than one car, is 2 cars, ranging all the way up to 4, because 4 is the maximum amount of cars that you can sell at one time. So let's go back to export, and we'll export the Valor that we just stole. Yeah, we'll take this one back down. So go ahead and click export, and we want to get the most amount of money for it. Since you saw we took 0 damage, we'll go ahead and click this one, and actually we'll unclick this for a second. So you see that we're spending $20,000 and we're gaining $100,000, so that's a profit of $80,000 because we didn't take damage coming in, and we just got to hope that we don't take damage when we deliver the car.
Let's get to work.
So it brings up this little menu for customization. So you just have to do one thing in each section. Don't get confused and think that you have to change everything. So right here I'm just going to change the car to chrome, or change the primary to chrome, and then you don't have to do anything else in the color. And you go down to performance upgrades, you click it, it's okay. You click something in the I think it was body work. You just have to change one thing and it satisfies.
Keep on keeping on.
And we'll put, I like lowrider for this. There you go. Back out, all the way, and you're good to go. You start the delivery. Once it exits us out. So I'll wait for him to get in the helicopter to provide me cover. And again,
It's not guaranteed you'll get to keep the helicopter though. It just happened to stay there.
As you can see in the bottom right, similar to the repair cost, you have the commission. As you hit things on the way, or as bullets hit you, or whatever tends to happen along the way, the commission rate will go down, as well as the total market value of the car. You also have a timer. I think it starts out at 15 minutes. I wasn't really paying attention at the start, to get the vehicle to its location. And as you can see, we have some trouble coming, and we just lost some value on the vehicle. My job right now, since I have a friend, is to drive as fast as I can to get away from these guys, while he takes care and makes sure they don't keep coming after me.
Those two are dead.
Hopefully, pretty sure, yep, there's two more. And we got shot again. Luckily, we're still only in the $1,000
They're
range.
both eliminated too.
Now, supposedly, I mean, I've had this happen. Supposedly, they're... Man, I hate when they pull out in front of you like that. Supposedly that there are only 4 waves of enemies. Whenever I pick up a car to deliver to my warehouse, the maximum amount that I've ever had was 4,000, or yeah, 4,000. 4 waves of cars, or 4 waves of enemies. Luckily, this time I think we only got away with 2 waves of enemies.
Well, I've got some back here I'm still trying to destroy that showed up, but for some reason, they seem more focused on messing with me than you, which is unusual.
That's good though. I like how
Well,
this one was
unless you're
pretty
the one flying this
close.
helicopter at the moment.
Oh, I'm at the wrong house.
You stupid little bitch. He won't get out from under me where I can shoot him. Everywhere I fly, he just ends up under me.
And there we go. So we lost $1,116 in profit. That's still pretty good considering the fact that we only spent $20,000 on this car and we made I think it was about $98,000.
I hate when he calls when you're trying to land a helicopter and messes it up.
So as you can see, it can be that easy to make almost $100,000. Granted, it was a little bit less, but that easy, and it only took what, maybe 15 minutes total. I'm not sure how long this video is, but it didn't take very long at all. Now, to source a vehicle, which is what we did in the beginning, there's a small cooldown. When we get back, I think we'll see how much is left. And when you sell a vehicle, it's about a 20-minute cooldown. And so selling a vehicle is kind of different, but you can stockpile vehicles, and then that way you'll have a wide variety of vehicles to choose from when you do decide to sell. And what I like to do is keep adding vehicles, that way I can hopefully add more to a collection and get some people on so I can sell them as a collection and make a little bit more money. See how long this cooldown is. If we're lucky, I think we might be out of the cooldown for the source. Yeah, so it doesn't take very long for the source vehicle cooldown to take effect. But as you can see, it can be that simple to earn money as a CEO. Granted, it takes about 2,500 to start up, but you'll make that money back real quick if you just keep doing these missions.
Especially now I'm here.
If you like today's video, go ahead and like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos in the future.